Hello? Hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Martial Artist stream. So, some changes are being done today. Cameron is not able to join us, but if you're over on YouTube, you can see that he's with us in spirit. So it's just going to be me today. I don't want to play. We've been playing Final Fantasy 15 nonstop because we're doing our full playthrough of it. If you've been watching us, you already know that. But I don't want to play Final Fantasy 15 without Cameron here. So instead, I'm doing a solo stream of one of my, and of course you can't see that yet. Okay, but anyway, there we go. So instead, I'm gonna do a full playthrough of one of my favorite games of all time, Resident Evil 4. It's rated for me as one of my third favorite game that I've ever played, ever. And we're playing on the PC version. Now I've already played this game to death on multiple consoles over and over and over again, but on the PC version, I have not completed it on professional mode, which is the hardest difficulty. So that is what we are going to do today. I'm going to just check on my phone to see that we're getting audio. We are getting audio. Perfect. All right. So, if anybody is a... There we go. Now I can see the chats. Cameron's asking, are there mods for PC version? No, there are not. They keep the game to its core. But for anybody that is a Resident Evil 4 professional, they know that Special Costume 2 is basically, it knocks professional mode down a peg, and it knocks it more to a bearable difficulty, because it doesn't do anything for Leon. It just gives him a special gangster outfit. But what it does for Ashley is it gives her a knight's armor outfit, which basically means that she's invincible to damage, and enemies can't pick her up and take her away because she's too heavy in her armor. So you don't have to worry about Ashley when you select Special Costume 2. But I've played it both on with that, and I've played it with Special Costume 1, and having the armor outfit for Ashley makes it a little too easy for me. So we're gonna do Special Costume 1. We're gonna skip the easy mode for professional mode.
1998.
So
I'll never forget it.
It'll be interesting.
It was the year.
Like I said, I have played professional mode before, so I know what to expect. But still, that doesn't take away how difficult it can be.
Experiment conducted by the International Pharmaceutical Enterprise.
And yes, we will watch the cutscenes. For anybody that hasn't played Resident Evil 4, we will watch the
mountain
cutscenes.
community, Raccoon City.
And hopefully you'll end up enjoying this game as much as I did.
Devastating blow crippling its very
This was Resident Evil 4 was my first
not taking any
introduction.
chances,
And now that we're actually starting, I'm gonna
United
put on my
States ordered a
headphones.
contingency plan to sterilize Raccoon City. With the whole affair gone
So
public,
Resident Evil 4 was
the
my
United
first
States government issued an
introduction
indefinite
to
suspension
a
of
Resident
business
Evil
decree to Umbrella.
game, the Resident Evil
Soon its
series.
stock prices crashed.
And I played
For all
back when I was
intents and
in
purposes, Umbrella was
6th grade. So 2006 is when I first played it. And it scared the daylights out of me. There were so many times where I played for just like a little bit. I only made it to the I only made it like the first minutes through the game, and then I had to stop because of how scared I got. And then every now and again I would go back and play a little bit more. I would get a little bit farther, and I would have to stop for a while because of how scared I was getting.
I was to assume the responsibility of protecting the new president's family.
But then it was years after I first played it that I ended up actually beating it. But then I started playing it more and more, and and it became one of my favorite games of all time.
Cowboy. You'll have my sympathies.
Guess that's a local's way of breaking the ice. Anyway, you know what this
And
is all about. My assignment is to
if
search
anyone's
for the
played the
missing
remake
daughter.
of Resident Evil 2,
By yourself.
you'll notice how
I'm
many
sure you boys didn't
how many
just tag
mechanics
along so
and
we
how
could
many
see if we could get
aesthetics
together at some
the
Boy
remake
Scout
of Resident Evil
bonfire.
2 took from Resident Evil 4,
Maybe you
because Resident Evil 4 is looked at by the community as the best one in the series.
I tell you, it's no picnic.
I'm counting
You've
on
said
you
your
guys.
first favorite game, and this is your third favorite game. What is your second favorite game? Asks Cameron on YouTube. Second favorite is Wolf Among Us, which we've played on stream as well. And I've said before that my first favorite game was The Last of Us. So, and I do eventually want to play The Last of Us on stream as well. But we'll have to make a plan for that. I wouldn't want to just start playing that one out of the blue. We would have to plan for that one.
Girl that looks very similar to the president's daughter. Apparently, she's being withheld by
I'm
some
also wearing my
unidentified group
my
of
lucky
people.
Resident Evil 4
Who would've
jacket.
thought that my
Back
first job
when
would've
back
been
when I
rescuing
was really getting into this game again, which was like in 9th grade, 10th grade. No, it was maybe even like 11th grade. I was building like a huge man crush on Leon, and I was like, I want his jacket, so I caved in and bought his jacket back when I was still in high school, and I've had it ever since. Cameron's asking, go through your top 10 again. So top 10 favorite games. I'm gonna have to look at my list for that. All right, top 10 games. Number 10 is Spyro: Year of the Dragon. Number 9 is Life is Strange. Number 9 has gone through a lot of different changes. Like even though they're up, like games 10 through 7, yeah, games 10 through 7, they've all changed. Even though they're high up on the list, they've swapped positions so many times, and there are some games that are on my list that have actually been taken off. Like Bloodborne was on my list, but it's been taken off because of more recent games I've played, and they've kind of bumped it off the list.
I'll be your support on this mission.
Number 8 is honestly a tie between Team Fortress 2 and Left 4 Dead / Left 4 Dead 2. And that's because of just how much I've played those games. I've played them so much that they can't not be on the list. Number 7 is Hotline Miami 2. Number 6 is the Half-Life series. I don't think you can keep any of the games out of the Half-Life series. So it's the entire Half-Life series is number 6. Number 5 is Final Fantasy X. Number 4 is Kingdom Hearts 2. 3 is Resident Evil 4. 2 is Wolf Among Us, and 1 is The Last of Us. All right. So we have arrived at our location, and we have our
Excuse me.
first
Sir?
visual contact of residency. The game doesn't go
I was
long
wondering if you
without
might
giving
recognize the girl in
you
this photograph.
a very eerie feel and the tension of horror. It immediately throws you into it. The minute you get out of the car, you get a shot of a guy looking at you through a window and with eerie music, and now instantly you're under attack. So it doesn't go long without getting you right into the action. Which even Resident Evil 5 kind of did that. A little bit. There was a little more lingering around in Resident Evil 5, but it doesn't wait long to get you into the action. Resident Evil 6 takes a little too long to get you into the action, and Resident Evil 2 Remake goes back into Resident Evil 4 standards by instantly putting you into the action
everything
and
okay?
dealing with
There
zombies.
was a hostile local. I had no choice but to neutralize him.
Cameron on
There's still
YouTube
others
says,
surrounding
honestly,
the
surprised
Get out
Bloodborne
of
fell
there
off the
and head
list.
toward the village.
It was
Whatever
on
is
there back
necessary to
when
save the
you and
subject.
I started
Understood.
picking Bloodborne back up again. That's when it got on the list. Because I realized how much I really do like the game and how much I enjoy coming back to it and restarting characters. And that's what gave me the idea that it belonged on the list. First hit. But then I started. But then I also saw how easily I could let the game go and how easily I could forget about it. And I saw that as a deciding factor that maybe it's not one of my favorite games. It's just a really enjoyable one instead. So that's why it fell off the list. It's a game that I'll swear up and down about how people should play it, how people should give it a chance. Because if I was to say it's like a Bloodborne, it's like a Dark Souls game, people say, well, I don't like Dark Souls, it's too hard. I would fight for Bloodborne and say, well, it is like Dark Souls, but it's not. It's different. Because I had played Dark Souls and I didn't like it. So Bloodborne comes out and I was like, oh, if it's like Dark Souls, I'm not gonna like it. But I tried it anyway and I instantly fell in love with it. So that's why I argue that that if you don't like Dark Souls, you should still give it a chance. So I wouldn't say anything bad about the game. It's just I just don't fawn over it as much as the other games on my list. Now I would be playing on console because I've played Resident Evil 4 on console more than PC. But the reason I want to play on PC is, one, so I can get the professional trophy, and two, because the aiming sensitivity is to die for. It makes old Resident Evil games like this, excuse me, so much easier to play. Nice. 2 for the price of 1. Cameron, would you argue that Bloodborne is in your top? Why don't you give us your top if you've got a defined list? Why don't you give everyone your top picks for games? Why don't we use an herb? We can spare one. Especially for what's about to come in. He's thinking. Alright, this is one part of the game, this cutscene right here, I don't really like.
Question, Hunnigan.
Sorry to hear that. I'm sending you a playing manual. Hope
That
you
line
find it
right
useful.
there, I'm
I'll
sending
take a
you a
look at it,
playing
thanks.
manual. It's the only instance in the game where they break the fourth wall and say that this is a game. All the other, they don't do that at all in the rest of the game. They could have easily switched that line and she could have said, I'm sending you a survival manual or a survival guide, a survival book, something like that to like, because that would have fit in with the game. But instead she says, I'm sending you a playing manual. They could have, and that was playing manual 2. You would have had to look in your files to see playing manual 1. Like, they could have, I know they did that to show you like here are some good tips to show you how to survive this upcoming part, but they could have easily changed the wording of that cutscene It's one part of the game that I just I can't stand that. And here's an optional scouting section of the game to show the village that you're going to be up against. Cameron says, mine are very biased and placed into RPG categories, but I can tell mine in ranking from 10 to 1. Alright. Alright. Let's reload and get ready. So from the scouting mission, you'll see from the back that there's about 3, 4, maybe even 5 villagers. So you come in, you plan your attack, you start your attack, and you're like, alright, I've tackled 3 villagers before, I can take on 3. And then, yeah, you're like, I can take on 3, I can take on 4, okay, 5's coming in, and then more and more will just start coming, and you'll realize how over your head you are. And it's the big instance of the game that shows that your mission isn't going to be easy. Nice. Are you stuck, pal? Will I go get the shotgun? It will make this a bit more interesting. I'll go get it. Hopefully I won't eat those words.
Why are these people?
I also like this cutscene. I feel like it's
What are they planning?
it's meant to be canon for the game.
Chainsaw.
Now, when I first played this game,
Son of a...
and I made it to this part as a kid, I did go in the house the first time because I was like, it's a good, because I'm getting overwhelmed and I'm getting scared and I'm like, oh my god, what do I do? What do I do? And then I see the house and I'm like, oh, that's a good holding point. And then the guy with the chainsaw comes out and I immediately turned the game off. I was like, nope, I can't do this. It's too scary for me. There he is down there. Oh, come on. I like the kicking over ladders mechanic because it gives you the idea that it gives you the feeling of protecting against a siege. And there's another section, there's more sections in the game that give you that feel. Alright, since Chainsaw Guy's here, we'll take out the shotgun. Actually, we'll take out the grenade. Get some serious damage in. Here come more. More shotgun shells for me. I think I've said this before, but when it comes to like zombie games, and I know these guys aren't zombies. Technically, they're not. They're like a different type of zombie. But when it comes to zombie games, I rate your zombie game by how good your shotgun is. And Resident Evil 4 does not disappoint. Resident Evil 2 kind of did disappoint me a little bit with how impactful the shotgun felt. And I was kind of left disappointed with the shotgun. But 4 does not disappoint. I'm low on shells here. Nice. Chainsaw guy's down. There's the bell. Hopefully we can get back up and get those treasures, because Chainsaw guy is a ruby and we can sell that for a high price. The sigh of relief you get from this cutscene, you're running out of ammo, you're getting overwhelmed, and then all of a sudden everything just stops, and the entire village is now empty. That feeling of relief is I relate that to a lot of moments, like in real life, like when I was in college and I'd get an extension on an assignment, or like you get a snow day, or something like that. That sigh of relief, I always look back and I'm like, man, that's like the moment in Resident Evil 4 when all the villagers go away.
Leon, you need to get out of there.
All right, Cameron's giving us his list.
And follow the trail
So
there.
10 to 1, 10 is Bloodborne, 9 is Final Fantasy X, 8 is Wolf Among Us, I can't count, 7 is City of Heroes / Villains, 6 is Crisis Core, 5 is Kingdom Hearts 1, 4 is Last of Us / Left 4 Dead. I'm surprised that they're a tie. 3 is Final Fantasy 15, 2 is Final Fantasy 12, and 1 is Final Fantasy 9. I'm more curious with how what about Last of Us and Left 4 Dead ties it for you? Oh, the treasure's here. Sweet. Okay, so we didn't get a ruby, but we did get, I think 10,000 gold. I think that's what it was. So still a bit amount. It's about as much as a ruby sells for, anyway. So now we get to loot the houses without any worry. More shotgun shells. Beautiful. So we made it through the first big horde in the game on professional difficulty, and we are still alive. Got hit a few times, but we're still holding strong. So I can already tell that the novelty of wearing this jacket is not going to last very long, because it is getting exceptionally warm in here. I'm sorry to say. Those two are a tie because of the fun I have playing with friends on Left 4 Dead, while the story and gameplay soloing Last of Us. So the fun value is the same, but the fun value isn't as major as the fun value you get from 15, 12, and 9. I can understand that. The games in my list, some of it is the fun value, like Team Fortress 2 and Left 4 Dead. That the reason they're on the list is decided by its fun value, how much I've played and how much I still enjoy playing it, despite the hours I've put into those games. That's why they're on the list. It's because of its fun value for me. Whereas The Last of Us is noted as my number one, not just for its fun value, but how connected I got in the game and how invested I was. That's what dictates its order on the list for me. In fact, hopefully you all can't hear that. Someone's alarm is going on out there. Okay, there it goes. I'd say that games 1 through 5 are all like, it's not just fun value, or it's not just gameplay for me. It's because of how I felt after playing the game. Like Resident Evil, Kingdom Hearts, no, Final Fantasy X. It's, ooh, tried to sneak up on me, did you? Final Fantasy X is ranked as number 5 for me, not because of how much I played it, or not because how much fun I think it is. In fact, I haven't even finished Final Fantasy X. It's because of the after effects and how I felt after playing that game. I enjoyed it so much. I enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed the story so much that I've embedded that game like into my life in more than one way. Like some of my game handles are based off of 10. I've got a tattoo from 10. It's like, it, for how little I've honestly played the game, it's astonishing on how much it resonates with me. Mitesh Pandy? Mitesh Pandy? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. On YouTube says that this is my favorite Resident Evil. Right there with you. It will always be my favorite. The remake of 2 is a close second, but only because of how much it takes, how much it was inspired by the gameplay of this game. And that's why 2 doesn't beat 4 for me, because 4 was the original. 4 was the stepping stone. Just looting to make sure I get everything. We're gonna need the ammo. I say we're gonna need the ammo, but they're not giving me enough ammo. Just a couple more things we gotta do. There's a rare treasure in here that we gotta get. Here's some ammo. Yep, medallion up here. Here's the treasure. Alright, now we can move on. Oh wait, no, there's still some medallions around. Perfect. Didn't get too far around the wheel. I always forget that one. Oh, sniped. Intended. There's one medallion in the back, up on the roof here. And then we can go. There. If we get 10 of those, then we get a powerful handgun. Hammer away. Da. That didn't happen in the movies. You still remember all locations. Nice. Yeah, I've played. All right, that's first death. That was a cheap death. That shouldn't have happened. Shame on me. I'm sorry. Yeah, I played to Mitesh. I've played this game so much, so many times, that in terms of treasure locations and in terms of medallion locations, it's all second nature to me. There we go. I even bet you that I'd be able to like quote this game word for word and follow the script. Come on. There we go. Take that. Who is more dense, Leon or Jean, says Cameron. Now that's a very personal question. I'm gonna get deep on this. So, one thing that really chives my spuds in terms of character design or character development is when a character is extremely oblivious to emotions around him. When a character, whether it be a man or a woman, is clearly showing them feelings, that they want the feelings returned. And the character that is receiving those feelings is so utterly oblivious, it gets on my nerves a little bit. I see it in a lot of anime, and it immediately, when I see a character doing that, it immediately turns me off of that character. I'm like, nope, I can't stand you. Leon does that a lot because he's hooked on one specific character within the series, and he kind of lets all other characters that enjoy his company to just kind of fall on the back burner. Jean did do that, but he snapped out of it at the wrong moment. It was a little too late. So I would say that Leon is a bit more dense when it comes to that, if that's what you're talking about specifically, Cameron. But in terms of intelligence, like actual intelligence, Jean is still much more dense than Leon, because Leon is practically a genius when it comes to survival and using his awareness to keep himself alive in sticky situations. Leon is very smart.
You're not like them?
No.
So we have just rescued Luis Serra. I always liked this guy.
Okay. I have only one.
Like, even when I
very important
first
question.
found him in the
You
game,
wanna smoke?
I was
Got gum.
desperately in need of a partner because of how alone I was feeling in this game. I was like, this is a scary game. I don't like it. I want a partner so bad. And then we rescue Luis, and I'm like, oh my god, this could be a partner. And I was so excited, but he's only your partner in one section of the game. He doesn't follow you for the rest of the game. But I was so ready to trust Luis because of how alone I was. Accuracy was pretty good. I wish I didn't have this death already. But it is professional mode. There will be a few of those. And thus this is where the famous safe room theme music comes from. It's when I first heard it, I would sit in the saving screen, and I would just leave the TV on, just sitting in the save screen, because of how much I love that music.
Soon, you will become unable to resist.
Mitesh on YouTube says, "What about Chris Redfield biceps?" When you have biceps like that, you don't need intelligence. People just need to get out of your way. Not even people. Inanimate objects like boulders, they need to get out of your way too.
Hey, wake up.
I love how they gave him that design in Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 5. They gave Chris Redfield the design of just having these balloon biceps. And then they, because of the mocking from the community, they changed
Name's
his
Leon. Came here
they
looking for
changed
this
his
girl.
design and made his
Seen her?
look a little bit more believable.
What, are
I
you
just think
supposed
that
to
was
be a
kind of
cop
funny.
or
They
something?
they saw that as a mistake and they're like, okay,
You
we'll
don't
fix
know.
it. Sorry.
Maybe.
I would have doubled down, and I would have
Okay,
made in the
let me
next game. I would have
guess.
made them even bigger,
She's the president's daughter?
That's
and then
too
I would
good
have
for
had
a
him
guess. Wanna start
move a
explaining?
building instead of a boulder.
Psychic powers.
Nah, just kidding with you, amigo.
Just kidding with you, amigo. I overheard one of the villagers talking something about the president's daughter in the church.
I also kind of like, now that I'm looking at it,
And who might you be?
Luis Serra
Me
was
llamo
kind of
Luis
like,
Serra.
I feel like he
I used to
was
be a cop in Madrid.
based off of
Now
Inigo
I'm just a
Montoya
good-for-nothing
from Princess
guy
Bride.
Who happens to be quite a ladies' man.
Come to think of
Why'd you
it,
quit?
Leon kind of has a
Policia. You put your life
A,
on the line.
Dread Pirate
Nobody really
Roberts look
appreciates
to
you
him,
enough for it.
like his hair in
Being a
certain
hero
moments of
isn't what
the
it's cracked
movie.
up to be anymore.
Used to be a cop myself.
Maybe that's what this
Only
maybe
for a
that's what
day,
this
though.
game took its
I
ideas
thought I
from.
was bad.
Like it's story based.
Somehow I managed to get myself involved
Instead
with
of
the
go,
incident
instead
in
of looking for
Raccoon
Princess
City
Buttercup,
on my
he's looking
first
for the
day on
president's
force.
daughter.
That is the incident with the viral outbreak, right? I think I might have seen a sample of the virus in a lab at the department.
Okay. After this cutscene, I'm gonna have to take the jacket off. It's getting too hot.
After you.
Now!
So that QuickTime event, just throwing QuickTime events into a cutscene. I don't like when games do that. It's they kind of tease you along for a little bit. I mean, this game gives you button commands and stuff like that, and especially with the rock scene. But throwing in
You're okay,
mandatory QuickTime events into cutscenes like that, I don't like when games do that, because you're watching a cutscene, your guard is down, and your hands are usually off your controls, and then all of a sudden they throw in a cutscene that it's a life or death situation. When you first see that, you will never be ready for it. I'm almost positive you'll never be ready for it, and you'll die the first time. I certainly did. I don't like... if a game is going to do that, they got to ease you into it and let you know that that's a core... it's a core gameplay mechanic. They can't just throw it at you every now and again. And it doesn't happen over and over again. It's sparse that you get one. I just don't like it.
Got something that might interest you.
This is one of my favorite characters of like all video game lore.
Got a selection
Because
of
to this
good
day,
things
people
on
still
sale,
like, I don't think
stranger.
people have solved the mystery of the merchant, like what he is and why he's here and what his motives really are. Because he's a very mysterious character.
What are you selling?
What are you buying? And for people that don't know, it's actually the same voice
Is that
actor as
all,
Leon,
stranger?
Paul Mercier.
Is that all, stranger? Thank you. Ah.
I remember when I first figured that out, I was watching a
What are
YouTube
you
interview with
buying?
Paul Mercier, and it was an interview strictly about his role as Leon. And while he was
Is
giving that
all,
interview,
stranger? Thank you.
he did a voice. He did a voice that sounded
that
just
all,
like the
stranger?
merchant. And the interviewer
Thank
didn't
you.
even know. The interviewer caught him as he did that, and he stopped the interview and is like, "Wait. That's the merchant. That's you." And then Paul Mercier is kind of like chuckling about it as if he meant to do it purposefully. And it was kind of funny. But that was the first time that I
all?
also found out.
Thank you. What are you buying?
Tune up the handgun a little bit.
Thank you.
That'll do.
Thank you.
I hope they... Mitesh on YouTube says, I hope they bring the merchant back. Me too. I miss him. He's such a mysterious character that you literally could bring him back in any game, and everybody would just accept it because he's got no origin story. Like, he doesn't have a Spanish accent, so so he's not based in Spain. He could have appeared in the Resident Evil 2 remake, and I would have accepted it with open arms. I'd have been like, yeah, him being here makes total sense. So yeah, maybe he'll come back in Resident Evil 8. Which I'm hoping is another Leon game. I think I'm being followed by DDT. It's good timing. Getting overwhelmed here. Get up here to hopefully stop the TNT guys from coming. Sorry. I love the jacket, but it's getting a little unbearable. That's better. I can breathe. We'll hang it up here just for novelty's sake. Alright. Back to it. Nice. Keep being generous. Holding strong. Get lost. Let's get this one. We can stop him from coming. Oh, you little... Yeah, you deserve that one. Let's get an egg for safety. Hi. Ah, reload. Problem. go for a minute. A lot of rifle ammo. Did you hear about RE8 and the 3 remake? I heard about the 3 remake, and I will absolutely be psyched to play that one. Because I never played the early Resident Evils. 4 was my first initiation to the Resident Evil series, so I never played 1, 2, or 3. So playing the Resident Evil 2 remake was my first instance playing Resident Evil 2, and I absolutely loved it. So if they're gonna make the Resident Evil 3 remake like they did the Resident Evil 2 remake, I will be all for that. It'll allow me to actually get to see the story of Resident Evil 3 for once. My only exposure to Resident Evil 3 was when I played Operation Raccoon City, and that was only like a piece when you encountered Nemesis. I did not hear about Resident Evil 8 though. Have they given any more information on it? I love when a kick just explodes one of their heads. I'm still getting music because oh yeah, it's you. You, my friend, get the rifle. I love how the frame rate just drops so badly when you're interacting with any sniper rifle, but once the reload animation is done, then it immediately goes back to 60 FPS. Excellent. Now a green red, for newcomers to this game, a green, red, and yellow herb will not only fully heal you, but it will also increase your health threshold. Rumors on YouTube, says Mitesh. Gotcha. So it's all still just rumors and speculation as of right now. I'm sure they'd be saving it for next-gen console, if anything. Speaking of Last of Us, though, I'm sure that's what they're gonna do. They've delayed it so much that they might as well just wait for the PS5. If we can get 2 more of those colored jewels, we can combine them into that beer stein and increase its value by 3 times the amount. Last of Us will come with the Avengers game, I think. And subbed. Thank you very much. I'm sure the alert will pop up soon. Avengers game. I think like I heard like one thing, like I think I saw like a YouTube video thumbnail about the Avengers video game. Not many superhero games that I've played, except the recent Spider-Man game. Nice try. Love the invincibility frames. Bad throw. heard the alert yet. Let's see if we can get him right as they're about to throw the they're about to throw the dynamite. There we go. Perfect. Tiptoe around these. Ammo in the fireplace. I didn't even hear you open the door, my friend. Cameron on YouTube is saying that Far From Home was really great. I'm sure it was, I'm not doubting that. I think so, pal. Trying to sneak up on me, huh? I won't have that. Don't drop anything, I don't want to have to go all the way over. Oh, you did, I need that. Alright. Another secret treasure. That's another treasure that you can combine 3 other things to it to increase its value. I remember when I first played the HD remake of Resident Evil 4, the first thing that I really noticed was how better the water looked from the PS2 version. I was like astonished by it. I think that's one thing when it comes to video game graphics that I really love is good water effects. It's just like a soothing thing to see is when a game has good water. We can actually shoot these fish and eat them. The large bass gives you full health, but I don't know do I have room for a large bass? If I work things around, I might have it. If I move the grenades down here. Yeah, I think I can fit the bass in. Because you never know, we might need it. Oh, he's still with us. Gotcha. I caught you a delicious bass. Yeah, he's a big boy. Alright, put an herb here. Put an herb there. And we'll just fit the bass in our case. I have the inventory OCD. Oh yeah, I do too. I guarantee, like, once it starts to get a little cluttered, I will arrange it. That's going to happen. Cameron on YouTube is asking for the chainsaw death. You know what? Just for you. And only because there's going to be another chainsaw dude in a couple minutes. Will that make you happy? There's only one thing I hate more than seeing your character be decapitated, and that's seeing your character get eaten. And lucky for me, you get to see both those in this game. When I first did that puzzle, I was fumbling around with it, and now it's just two simple moves. Got another cutscene.
Nuestro jefe se cuidará de la cosa. Y si la plaga es mucho mejor que la nuestra.
You carry the same blood as us, it seems. Nevertheless, you're an outsider.
Just remember, if you become unpleasant to our eyes, you'll face severe consequences. What? Same blood.
Ooh, much better hit ratio that time. Alright. Oh, right, we gotta talk to Hunnigan.
Leon, I've been able to get some new info that might help you.
Fill me in.
Apparently, there's a religious cult group
I was
involved.
also
They're called
so
the Los
stupid until
Illuminados.
recently
Los
that
Illuminados.
the voice
That's
actress of
enough.
Hunnigan is also the same
Anyway,
voice
I had an
actress
unexpected
voice
run-in with the
actress
big
of
chief
Ashley.
this village.
But you're okay, right?
Like
Yeah.
I should have
But he coulda killed
I
me,
should
but
have
he
like
let me live.
caught that a lot earlier
And he
on, but I
mentioned something
didn't.
about
I have
me
no idea
carrying
why,
the
and I felt so
same
dumb.
blood as them. Whatever that means.
Carry the same blood.
You remember the dialogues? Noise.
Interesting.
It's a
Anyway,
lame
there are more
superpower of
important
mine
things
that
on
I'll
River
only
Bridge.
have to see
You're right.
dialogue.
Hurry
I'll
and
only have to
find that
hear
church,
dialogue
Leon.
from a video game, from a movie, whatever, from some piece of media. I'll only have to hear it a couple times, and then it will instantly be lodged into my brain. It's kind of like someone with a photographic memory, but mine is with script dialogue. Okay, so one thing I want to also point out, I came out of this door, and I was right here. That giant dude was over here. Like, there's little space. How did Leon not see him? It's ridiculous. Speaking of that giant dude. I was also unaware of this optional cutscene for the longest time. Man, I wish her optional outfit was the outfit from Resident Evil 2. It exists. That's what her mercenary outfit is. But in this one, for Special Costumes 1, it's her Assignment Ada outfit. I wish it was the Resident Evil 2 outfit. I bet you it is for Special Costumes 2, but those costumes don't show up in cutscenes, which I hate. I would love to see all of the Resident Evil cutscenes with Leon wearing a gangster outfit. That would look so awesome. Sorry to interrupt. Should have knocked first. Yeah. As much as Ada is kind of toys with Leon and how much we're unaware of her motives, she's still a lovable character. She's very pretty too. I will give her that. Cameron says, "You know, I really want to see a villain who just kills a protagonist without thought or motive. They are in the way, killed, no threats or letting them go." Yeah. But, you know, protagonists have plot armor, so they kind of can't. They're like under contract or something. Then games wouldn't be games, would it? All right, Cameron, here you go. You better be watching. You happy? Are you happy? I get to add another death to my perfect record. There. We probably get to watch that cutscene again, but there's no reason for me to go in that room. Knock, knock. No one's in here? Why didn't you answer? Now for real this time. Yeah, that inventory needs to be sorted. Uh-oh. Gotta reload now. There you go. Now that one gives us the ruby. It concerns me, Cameron, that you get so much enjoyment out of seeing a man lose his head. Like, if you were in medieval times and you'd be watching the public executions, would you be the guy in the crowd that is like cheering and begging for more? Like, is that you? Just gonna put these over here for now so that we can move the shotgun up. Everything must look nice. Never clean. Never clean. And one more to finish it. Good. Nice and clean. He shot the bird's nest. That's what I was hoping for. Now we gotta wait for a yellow herb. Cameron on YouTube says, nah, though I would enjoy watching gladiator matches. Violence is entertaining for most people, despite the social stigma. I mean, look at Look in terms of violent video games. I mean, people that play violent video games aren't messed up in the head. It's just fun. Violent video games are fun, and that's all there is to say about it. I would even go as far as saying that it's in our DNA to get some enjoyment out of violence. I mean, that's why gladiator fights and social executions went for so long as being noted as entertainment, because people got enjoyment out of it. Nice double header. Can we get another one? Nope. You're getting a little too close, my friend. Line him up, knock him down. Little spoofed dubs on... Hold on. There's people coming. Dubs on these jewels. Nice one, use. You sounded excited, so I will take that excitement. Man. I'm not gonna, as much as I want to, I'm not gonna linger around the village waiting for one of these chickens to lay a golden egg. Ooh, got it just before it disappeared. Take that. I'm sieging your castle. Defend it to the last man. Bye. Man, wait until the suplexes get introduced to this game. Is that guy down there still with us? No, he died. Music stopped. And I don't think any of the items got restocked. This music is also really nice to listen to. It's very tranquil and very calming. Whenever you hear this music, you know that you're in a safe haven. Excuse me again. My goodness. Save that TMP ammo for later. Some people, maybe even a lot of people that play this game, they hate using the TMP. I kind of like it. I guess I'm kind of biased towards it. Destroy the lantern, and the treasures reveal themselves. I like how this point of the game, it's like, hey, remember that merchant? You thought he was cool, right? Well, here he is again. Got something that might interest you.
Got a selection of good things on.
Yes, I remember, but they haven't been appearing yet. The original RE2 music was good, says Mitesh. And Lil Spoof says the book was better.
What are you buying?
Yeah, the movie adaptation, not so much. It took a little charm away from the book. I never heard the original Resident Evil 2 soundtrack. I know they give you the chance to like listen to it. You can switch out the music for
Thank you.
the Resident Evil 2 remake. You can switch it out for the old soundtrack, but I haven't done that.
What are you selling?
Because I kind of really like the music for the remake.
I'll buy it at a high price. Thank you.
It's kind of funny when you just skip through his dialogue because he just blabbers like a maniac.
What are you buying? What are you buying?
Yeah, I'll
Is that
increase the
old
reload speed for
strength?
this and the
Is
capacity,
that old-
definitely.
Is that old?
If you insist.
Thank. What are you
Wait,
buying?
can we even...
Is
Oh
that
yeah,
old-
we have enough. Let's buy everything. Speaking of ammo, how are we doing on ammo? We're doing just fine. Just fine. We are out of inventory, though. There's another bird's nest around here. I think it's up ahead a little bit. Yeah, there it is. That was my sister. Maybe his mother. I'm actually, yeah, once we get the medallions here, we'll go back so that we can get the Punisher, because we could use that firepower. There we go. Getting 15 doesn't even give you anything special. It's just once you get 10, it's like, nope, that's it. You've gotten enough. You don't even have to get them all. I get all of them just because of, like, I guess OCD's sake. It just feels, it makes me feel uneasy that there's just medallions still around there, and then you can always see them on the map, just begging you to destroy them. Oh, come on. Come on, where is it? There it is. I like triggering this cutscene here.
Leon, have you reached the church yet?
Well, yeah. Sort of.
Leon, did I mention not to take the scenic
well, yeah.
route?
Sort
At
of.
any rate, Ashley's probably inside that structure.
I love
Rescue
that.
her. Hurry!
Well, yeah. Sort of. Just has this dunce moment. He's like, oh yeah, that's what I was supposed to do.
Hunnigan, it's Leon. The door's
Door's
locked.
locked.
I can't get in.
Didn't they teach you how to pick locks at the academy?
Yeah. There's some sort of indentation, like something might fit inside.
Well, there's no use standing around. Leon, you have to find some way or something to get inside.
Roger that. Didn't even get a chance to light it. Sorry, my man, you are out of your league. This is Cat's Eye number 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Let me know if there's a faster way to do that. That's the only way I know. Without experimenting, of course. Alright, we're going back to the merchant so we can get the free Punisher. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm still here. Haven't died yet.
Welcome. Got some rare.
Got some rare things on sale.
What are you
stranger.
selling?
After we just upgraded it, we gotta give it away.
What are you buying?
Punisher. A gun based off of the 5.7.
Thank you. What are you buying?
Oh, we can't even tune it up. I guess because it already
What
is
are
like
you
pre-tuned up.
buying? Come back anytime.
Test says, do you get upgraded Punisher if you shoot all the medallions? I don't think so. If you do, then I just missed my chance. No, we don't. I guess we don't really need a grenade. Better grab me from behind than the front. At least he doesn't choke me out. Can't believe I haven't gotten anybody to fall off the bridge yet. Oh, there she goes. I also like how you can still hear the water splash. Nice. And that's all the medallions. Alright, I think there's a snake in this box. Yeah, I know that one, but all the others I'm sure I'll forget. Especially the ones in the castle. I can never remember where the ones in the castle are. Look at all the gold. It's not much though. Like each of them, yeah, each of them only gives like a few hundred. But it's the flashbang that you do want. Gonna run out of space in a minute. We might have to get rid of the TMP ammo since we aren't using it. Maybe combine these two. Get rid of one of the eggs. Yeah, because we still have the bass, and that's plenty of healing. Alright, let's get rid of the eggs so that we can start a new stack of 9mm if we get any. Looks like the gate's securely shut. Wait, I can hear something growling on the other side. Perhaps that's some foreshadowing. Alright. Started a new stack of 9mm. More gold, I'm rich. See, as if the merchant wasn't mysterious enough, that now he's not just some wandering merchant. Now he has now you find out that he's got shops built up all over the place.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What are you selling? Is that all? Thank you.
Alright, we'll combine that. Gonna be another Indiana Jones moment. Sorry, mate. Oh. So I evade him past those. That was close. You're right next to me. Why bother throwing the thing? Nice. So satisfying. Okay. There's snakes. Got it. Golden egg, dude. Never gotten a golden egg from a snake before. Haha. Here comes the trash, right on time. I think that's a grenade over there. Can barely see you in this muck. You I can probably bait. You moron. Oh, there's one right behind me. Thank you for talking and making me aware. Here comes a whole lot of ugly. Uh-oh. No, sir. double headshot. Yes, sir, we did. Gotta get the actual weapon. Whew. Tried to comb my hair with that. Oh, come on, I pressed E. I think that was an exploded head. That was definitely an exploded head. Well, getting our baths today. Whew. Hello, my friend. More? I gotta get out of here. Treasure here. Where is it? It's in the. Is it in the nest or is it in the box? There it is. Holy cow! Where'd you come from? All right, we're gonna eat the bass. Free up some space. Oh god. They found me. You guys are gonna take all my ammo. At least we avoided the scythe to the face. I know you guys are saying stuff in the chat, just give me a second. Whew. I don't remember that fight taking so long. Maybe because I stayed too much in the swamp. I usually get right out. Mitesh says, golden egg from Snake? That's luck. And then Cameron says, I give you my video game luck. Maybe that's it, yeah. Because I've never gotten a golden egg from a snake. I didn't think it was possible. There's another snake. I would have gone through the roof if that was another golden egg. Here's another optional cutscene. There's a lot of those in this game. Where just going a certain way, you'll miss out on not a crucial cutscene, but a cutscene that gives you a lot of foresight, I guess. So we saw one of the police officers that was pinned to that stake and burned, and this is the other guy. Sacrificed to some lake monster. These birds, man, they keep stealing all the shiny objects. Oh, I forgot I had the one with the red herb already in it. My bad. I think you get a red herb in here, actually. Or maybe just, no, maybe just a green herb. It's okay. There's way more red herbs than there are yellow herbs anyway. Very nice. All right. For so long, I never understood how to properly do this boss fight. Now, when I was a kid and I first did this boss fight, the instant I noticed that it had started, I paused the game and walked away, and I didn't come back to the game for hours because I just needed a break. I did that a lot when I was younger. Anytime something too scary occurred for me in a game, I just paused the game and I just had to walk away. Usually I would come back to it. So yeah, the proper way to do this boss fight is that you're not just being pulled, you can actually steer your boat and avoid attacks, which I was unaware of. So throughout the entire boss fight, I would just let him drag me around, and I would just constantly keep getting hit by the obstacles, and I would use up all my health items. And that is the wrong way to do this. Ooh. He's going the other way. Now it's Jaws. Woo! Look at that sensitivity. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Can avoid that one. That, when I first, even still, that's a little scary. Missed me by a hair. I'm surprised when he dives down like that, it doesn't just rip the boat down. I don't know why he doesn't do that anyway. Maybe the lake's not deep enough. Smile, you son of a... Probably only a couple more. That happens when you flush your goldfish. Yeah, goldfish, I was taught in school that goldfish grow depending on the body of water that they're in. Come on, what's left in you? What do you have left to fight for, my friend? There we go. Amami on YouTube says, "Hey, what's up? What's up? Welcome to the stream." I think I'm getting older, like especially in moments like this, where you have to rapidly press a button. I think I'm getting older and I'm getting less. My reflexes are getting more stale, because instead of like staying in one position and just like tapping with one finger, I have to like anchor myself down, like I have to go like this and I have to do that rather than just doing this. I've been doing the more this on controllers and keyboards more often, so I think my hands are getting less fast. GG Salamander, GG. We're making some good progress here. Not sure how long I'll go. I'm pretty sure we'll definitely make it to the castle before the end of the stream. Oh no, my sleeves.
Leon, it's been 6 hours since our last
6
transmission.
hours he's
I'm
been
starting to
out.
get worried.
Don't you mean lonely? Anyway, I started.
You'd think that they
feel
would have
dizzy,
sent someone
I guess I
else.
must have lost consciousness.
Like they would have said like, okay, it's been several hours since
Maybe that has some
I've
connection
heard
to what
from
the
him.
village chief was
Especially if she's
talking
tried
about.
calling him.
Can't say.
Like, okay, he's not
alright now.
answering. It's been 6
continue
hours.
my
Maybe
mission.
we should send someone else to go and check on him. Like, good lord. Shows how much they care. I mean, this is the mission where they send one guy. Excuse me. The president's daughter. The president of the United States' daughter is kidnapped. It's not that she's missing, it's that she's been kidnapped. And they send one man with a pistol and 10 rounds. And they just say, good luck, go get her. And maybe they thought, oh, this could just be like a negotiation. Go and see what they want. Maybe that's what they thought it was going to be. But once Leon radios back and says, oh, the people are attacking me, I feel like they would have said, okay, we'll send some of the military in. Because this has gotten a lot more serious. Alright, the last cat's eye is up here, I think. No, wait. No, I don't think it's the last cat's eye. I think it's a feather gem for the mask. After all those herbs, 6 hours is not bad. Should he have been out much longer? Yeah, that was a feather gem. Hope you don't mind me dropping in. I'll just take your ammo. Thanks, buddy.
Got some rare things on sale, stranger. What are you selling? Is that all? Thank you.
Got plenty of
What are you
goodies.
buying?
Nice.
Thank you.
Just wishing it was the reload speed. Increase the capacity
Thank
for
you.
sure. I think we can hold off on that one. Is there something in this one? There is not. Back to the boat. I was so afraid when I first played this. I was so afraid there was going to be another one in this lake. So I was dreading to go out here. I saw the blue torches and I was like, no, I don't want to go over there. What if there's another one? I was much more innocent as a kid. What's your favorite part in this game? Good question. It's the fight at the house with when you and Luis are trying to protect the house. I think that's my favorite part. Alright, let's destroy your head because I know you're another parasite. And then, or not. Usually you're another parasite. Because I was going to use the flash grenade on both of you. That's why I would be fine losing all my other grenades if I was just able to stock up on mostly flash grenades. Because they are so handy when it comes to the Las Plagas. Mitesh, what is your favorite part of Resident Evil 4? I'm really lightheaded for a second. I'm okay though. Is there anybody else? None that I can see. How convenient that they all go in a nice jumpable distance. Meeting the merchant is definitely a highlight for everybody. He's a character that I thought if I ever had no ideas for a cosplay, I would cosplay the merchant. Just for the novelty of walking around and telling people and, you know, offering people goods and saying that I'll buy their props at a high price. There are some cosplays that I would like to do just for the novelty of doing one thing. Like I've said on stream before that I would want to do a cosplay of Bosch. Yeah, sure, I'd do a cosplay of Bosch because he is Captain Bosch. I would want to do a cosplay of Vaughn from Final Fantasy XII just so that I could run around the convention yelling that I was Captain Bosch. That's the only reason I would do it. Jump back across to get that one. It's kind of funny though, now that you mention the merchant. He's such a mysterious character, and there are even moments where his eyes glow just like the villagers do when they're infected with the Las Plagas. Like, there are moments where his eyes glow, so you get the idea that he's also infected. But you never distrust him. In fact, when you see the merchant, the first thing you think is, "Oh, thank God, I'm safe." So for such a mysterious character, he instantly gives you that feeling of safety, which I think is kind of funny. There have been other characters that I've been so eager to mistrust that have been on your side the entire time anyway, but they're just so easy to mistrust, and I've been all for mistrusting them, whereas the merchant, I instantly trusted him. Oh dear, what shall I do? Haha. Mitesh says, Krauser killed me more than 20 times on pro mode. That was the worst part when I first played it. Yeah. His fight is it's so unwinnable. Like, there's so many odds stacked against you during his fight. So I think in this mode I'm gonna save up for a rocket launcher and bring that with me to the fight, just to do a severe amount of damage to him to give me an edge.
I've obtained an object that resembles a cult group's insignia.
Wonderful, Leon. Head back to the church. Ashley's safety is our immediate priority.
Roger that. I also, when I first played this game, I didn't want to take that shortcut because I thought jumping in a boat would lead to another lake monster. So I didn't take this shortcut. I walked the long way, and ironically, I took the boat across the lake. And it actually leads to another little optional cutscene where you're introduced to the dogs, the Las Plagas dogs for the first time. There's a little animation for it, which you don't get if you take the shortcut. Alright, are we all set and ready to go? Just about. Or about as set as we can be. Oh no, how did we not see that coming? If only the gaps in that wood was a little bigger for us to scoot through.
Rápido, rápido, rápido. Usa los músculos. Rápido.
Okay, it's game time. This is his swamp. If there was a mod for this game, I'd have it so that this battle music is replaced with All-Star.
Come at me. No chance. Puppy to the rescue.
Hey, it's that dog.
I'm assuming if you don't free the dog, then of course, yeah, I'm assuming he doesn't come to your aid. But this is another, like, point in the game where it's just kind of odd that it happens. Like, I'm perfectly okay with it. It's nice to have a little bit of a companion, because in a game like this, you kind of just like beg for, damn it, that was C. You just kind of, because you're so alone, you just beg for companionship. It's a lot like Portal. But I always thought it was kind of odd how this rogue dog will just run to your aid. Borderline a wolf, actually. Gutter ball. So it's either going to be X or C. Got it this time. Leon, you're so cool. How can I be as cool as you, Leon? How's our handgun ammo? Alright, getting low. We're going to switch to the shotgun. More of those and we're in the clear. He's gonna charge. Nice. Other than that mix-up with the QuickTime event, we didn't take any damage in that fight. Not too shabby. So another question I have is, who was there that triggered the gates to go up? They're all dead. And we left 2 houses still intact. Actually, no, let's keep the shotgun because we're about to face dogs. Goat on Twitch says, "Hi, you only have 1080 setting. Please change it." How do I change it? I thought 1080 setting was good. Jeez, I hate these things. It's so creepy looking. One of my least favorite parts of the game is the hedge maze, when you're stuck in an entire maze filled with these things. It's the worst. Nice. This is again another puzzle. When I first did it, it took me the longest time. Like an unhealthy amount of time. And it's so simple. Alright. Now the real game begins.
Ashley,
Don't come!
hey, take it easy.
No! Get away!
Calm down. Everything's going to be just fine. My name's Leon. I'm under the President's order to rescue you.
What? My father?
That's right. And I have to get you out of here. Now come with me.
I've got to take you back. I'm Jean-Claude Van Damme.
It's Leon. I've succeeded in extricating my subject.
Good work, Leon. I'll send a chopper over right away.
Where's the extraction point?
There's another trail that you can take to get out of the village.
Hunnigan,
The chopper will
I'm
pick
a
you up
point
beyond
K-12.
there.
Got
Need
it.
info
I'm
on
on
my
my way.
extraction. Hunnigan, my extraction point. Alright, so I am one of the few people that does not mind Ashley as a character. I know almost everybody that I talk to in terms of when they talk about Resident Evil 4, they say that they hate Ashley because she's whiny and can't keep herself safe. Well, one, it's up to you to keep her safe. It's not up to, it's not her responsibility. It's your job. And two, I don't think she's that bad. I mean, when you tell her to stay, she'll stay. She won't wander off like other escort NPCs, like, say, Dead Rising or Dead Island.
I'll take the girl.
Who are you?
If
Cameron
you
says,
must
give up.
know, my name is Osmond Sadler.
If you
the
must
master of
know,
this fine
my name is Jarl Balgriff,
community.
and I be
What
ballin'.
do you want?
To demonstrate to the whole world our astounding power, of course. No longer will the
What's this
United
haze I'm
States
seeing
think they
behind
can
him?
police
Anyone
the
seeing that in
world
his hood? He's got
forever.
some, like,
So
clear aura around him.
we kidnap
Around his
the
face.
president's daughter in order to give her our power and then send her back.
No. Leon, I think they shot something in my neck.
What did you do to
I mean,
her?
when people say that she
We
can't
just
take care of
planted
herself,
her
she's not
to
designed to take care of herself. Like, in terms of
Oh,
character,
there's going to be
she's
one hell of
she's just a
party
20-year-old
when she
girl that
returns
hasn't
home
had
to her loving
any combat
father.
training. She's thrown into this situation where people are trying to kill her.
I thought
Of
I
course
was
she's
fine with
scared.
the president
Of course
for
she doesn't
some
want. Of course she doesn't know how to fight.
Believe it or not, it takes
So what else is
quite
she
a
gonna
lot of
do?
money to keep this church up and running.
Faith and money will lead you nowhere, Sadler.
Oh, I believe I forgot to tell you that we gave you the same gift.
I just feel like
I was unconscious.
people that don't like Ashley are more upset of how many game overs they might have had, or how much difficult the game got because of Ashley being kidnapped or Ashley being hurt. I think that's the reason. That's the core reason of why they don't like Ashley. As a character, she's not bad. She's actually kind of like, she's a lovable character, I think. She's too... my problem with Ashley, and I've explained this before on other Resident Evil streams, is that her character arc is too flat. She kind of remains the damsel in distress in terms of personality. She remains the damsel in distress a little too much. I feel like she should have... her personality and her attitude should have gotten stronger as the longer she goes through the game. Like, we should have seen a little bit more of a change in her character development. That's my only qualm with Ashley. They could have done more with her character in terms of writing.
Shoot those barrels on that wagon!
See, she even gives you helpful advice. Thanks, Hill. I mean, I definitely wouldn't rate her as my favorite companion. In fact, if I had a list, she might not even be on it. A buddy of mine asked me the question of who my favorite video game companion was, and immediately I said Elizabeth from BioShock Infinite. In terms of NPC partners, she's the creme de la creme. If anyone's ever played BioShock Infinite, you know where I'm coming from when I say that. You might not agree, but you know where I'm coming from.
What are you buying?
The Red 9. I love the Red 9.
What are you
I think we
selling?
will have to swap out our beloved Punisher for the Red 9.
Ah. Thank you. Is that all? Ah. Thank you. What are you buying? Ah. A choice of an avid gun collector.
It's a nice gun, stranger. That's a nice weapon. However, we may have an issue. Alright, since we don't have a TMP, we will drop the TMP ammo, at least the smallest stack. That way we can keep the red herb.
Thank you.
And I personally don't like I personally don't like getting the stock for the Red 9. I like just keeping it as a pistol. It's just another thing that
What
you
are
gotta
you
keep in your
buying?
inventory. And especially since we haven't gotten an upgrade to our attaché case yet, besides the medium case, it's best that we don't try to clutter it with various
Is that
accessories.
all? Thank you.
You're welcome.
What are you
We can
buying?
get one more thing. Prepare to
Thank
fix.
you.
We're keeping
What
up
are
with the
you
upgrades.
buying? Come back anytime.
I don't think the treasures come back. Yeah, they don't. Comes a parasite. Yeah, get back. Don't stumble towards me. Beautiful. Alright, Ashley. You're gonna wait down here for me, and I'm gonna secure the area.
Wait.
Oh crap, you got in. That was a quick death. Okay, let's check the top quick. Get back down before those villagers snag Ashley. That's a shame.
Follow me.
Ashley, darling, where are you? There you are. Oh, you're... Whew. That would have been bad. Uh-oh. Stay back. Hustle up and get that ammo before it disappears. Oh, I think it just started. Let's clean up a little here. Don't want Ashley stepping on any of these. Can just scoot past these ones. Holy grenades. You can never have a bunch of grenades. The holy hand grenades. Especially the flashes. Step on up, single file, for your free shaving. Oh my goodness. Well, we are actually gonna need these handguns for the upcoming Horde event. Oh, you're up top. You little... Stop it. Ah. I was starting to wonder how she was still with us. I don't know why I did that. We're actually going to need that ladder. Oh, Ashley. Never have enough treasure. Totally botched that. Put a TH in there for some reason. Can never have enough treasure. Up you go.
I opened it, Leon.
Alright. Upcoming is my favorite part of the game.
Welcome. Got a selection of good things on sale. What are you selling? Is that all? Thank you. What are you buying? Come back
That's pretty much it.
anytime.
Jefferson
Leon, I
MT
have
on
some
Twitch
bad
says,
news.
"Oi,
I'd rather not hear it.
welcome to the
Well, I'm
stream."
afraid I have to tell you anyway. We've lost contact with the chopper. Someone must have shot it down, though we can't determine who.
Great.
We're prepping another chopper for you. Meanwhile, I want you to head towards the extraction point.
Got it.
You can see some of them in the back. Their faces and heads haven't been like properly
Hate to say it,
modeled.
but we're sandwiched, all right. Quick, in that cabin.
Gringo de mierda. Ahí está.
Leon! Small world, eh? Well, I see that the president's equipped his daughter with ballistics, too.
How rude!
How rude.
And I don't believe there's any relevance with my figure and my standing. Who are you?
Oh, excuse me, Your Highness.
Perhaps the young lady might want to introduce herself first before asking someone his name.
Her name's Ashley Graham, the president's daughter.
Is she? Well, you know.
Don't worry. She's cool.
Never mind. There's supposed to be some kind of obvious symptom before you turn into one of them anyway.
Look,
Ashley, upstairs.
Okay, it's game time.
Hell yeah. Like that cutscene alone gets you psyched for the battle. Crap. At least. And then there's a green herb upstairs, but we can't get that yet. I don't know if we're... If you shoot Luis enough times, there's a secret cutscene where he shoots Leon and kills him. Adios, Leon.
Use this.
Thanks, buddy.
Use this.
Thanks. You spoiled me, Lewis. Oh, come on. I'm gonna have to heal then if one attack from a Las Plagas kills you. Damn. I'll use my triple green herb then. There. You happy? Just in case we get some more ammo. We're gonna stand here instead, actually. What are you doing?
this?
Ready for them to come through that one. Toss and flash. Flash out.
I owe you one, Leon. Leon, are you okay?
Fine.
Leon, are you okay?
That's not good.
Leon, upstairs. What's this?
What'd you give me? Flash, I hope. Oh god.
I owe you one, Leon. Who's this? Leon, are you okay?
I'm alright. Gotta be getting close to the end now. Nice shot, Lewis. Behind you.
I owe you one, Leon.
Throw another flash out. Bye. Jeez.
Leon, are you okay? Who's this?
Not the golden egg.
Leon, are you okay?
Okay, now we need the golden egg.
Leon, are you okay? I owe you one, Leon.
Looks like they're backing off.
I would always, when I was
What do we do now?
when I would
bridge
play this on the
across
PS2
to Pierce
version, I would
now.
always have a save
I
file
guess we have no
right
choice
before
but
that
to keep
fight,
moving.
just so that I could do it over
I
and over
forgot
again when I
something.
wanted to.
You guys go on
I
ahead.
I liked it that much when I did it for the
Lewis.
first time. And I was hoping at that point in the game Excuse me. I was hoping at that point in the game, Luis would have been a permanent partner. But no. He's not. Load up your shotguns. I see goodies out there. Wonder if there's anything left upstairs. There is more treasure. Man, we'd shoot through all of our flash grenades and healing items. Okay, so there's gonna be an optional path to either fight a whole bunch more of Ganados, the villagers, and to chainsaw women, or we go the other way and we fight another El Gigante. But I think I'm gonna do both so that we can get the other 2 feather jewels for the mask. And to do that, we're gonna buy a rocket launcher to just whip through the El Gigante fight, get the gem, and then go the other way, and then just have the longer fight with the villagers. That's usually what I do. That was the file telling about the path, saying if he goes right, he'll have to fight an El Gigante, and if he goes left, he'll have to fight a whole bunch of villagers.
Welcome. Got a selection of good things on sale. What are you buying?
Stranger, stranger. Now that's a weapon.
Stranger, stranger. Now that's a weapon.
Oh. Not the ammo. Actually, wait. We'll do that. I do intend on buying a TMP, but I gotta wait until I upgrade the case again. Ah, 2? I'll have to get rid of the grenade then. I'm fine getting rid of this because it's only 2 bullets. But we'll have to lose a grenade. It'll be worth it though. 2 grenades? Oh. Okay.
Thank you. What are you selling?
We had a gem that we didn't sell because we died.
Is that all, stranger? They come back anytime.
My stomach is rumbling and getting hungry. And just in case you don't get it, we'll have Ashley shout at it too. Alright. Bring out your big guns. Say cheese. If you're close to it, there'll be a quick time event for you to dodge out of the way, otherwise it'll fall on you and kill you. all the ammo. We can use all that ammo for the villager fight. We were just in there. Okay. Ammo here, and the gem, I think, is on this bucket. Correct. We're going to use the key on the gate just to get it out of my inventory. And then we're going to walk all the way back and take the left path next. I know it is a tedious process, but it must be done. To the left. You know, I was actually debating streaming Rainbow Six Siege because I've been playing that recently and I really like it and I've gotten the hang of it. But I've been really seriously itching to play Resident Evil 4 again. Ooh, geez, you're already here. I always thought that if the villagers saw Ashley go in there, then they could go get her. But no, they never do. If you put Ashley in a box, she can't be touched. No matter what. Oh. What are you waiting for? I don't have much. Oh, and you're throwing stuff. That's death right there. More people coming down. That's that for now. Be great if I could get a red herb to mix with my green. Otherwise my green won't do much. I doubt it will even get me into yellow health or past yellow health. Oh. Why am I even still surprised? You too? Yeah, I'm more surprised when they don't turn. Let's Still no healing items, though. Alright. So what's the plan? The plan is... That's better than nothing. We don't have enough in the shotgun to use it effectively, but we do have plenty of grenades. So the plan is to use up our grenades, and we're out of rifle ammo. It's just the 5 shots left. So it's just us, our handgun, and all the grenades we could ever want. Okay. So we're gonna run to that ladder, kick it down, run back around to where Ashley is in that bucket, because then there's some exploding barrels over there that we can use to our advantage. She is drooling blood. Look at that. You too, huh? Frag out. Nice. Oh, come on now. That's not fair. One. I still gotta reload this. One bullet is going in these barrels. Bites it. Not done yet, though. The drums are still rumbling. Oh, nope, there it goes. Alright. Ali Aliyat. Oh, nope, you're still here. That'll do it. Okay. Ollie Oxenfree. Like, she can climb up the ladder, no problem, but climbing down, not possible. Can't do it. And there is the final feather jewel. Kick, please. Thank you. Oh god, get out of there. I bet you that would have killed me. Yeesh. Will you stop stumbling near me? There. Man. On professional mode, nothing makes me panic more than that specific plaga. The other ones I can take, no problem. But that one is... it's as dangerous as it looks. It will mess your day up. Alright, that's that. All that work for a really expensive treasure. But look how nice it looks. Okay. So, we've got this one last section to go through. We've got one more boss to fight, and then we'll make it to the castle. And then I think that's where we're going to end it. So we made some pretty substantial progress.
Welcome. Got a selection of good things on sale, What are you selling? Is that all? Ah.
No.
Thank you. Ah. Thank you.
We'll find the last jewel for that beer stain. It's it's over there. We have to go down a gondola, and then it'll be in some caves. Bye. Alright, I think that's it. The rest of them are gonna come up on the gondolas. I love that little animation that Ashley does. Like she's getting into it. She does that when you shoot a person off a ledge, and she does it when you shoot a weapon out of the air. Come on. There we go. Safe and sound. Oh, nope. Couple more phased in. Get out of here. flash grenades. We can restock now. Yeah, that last jewel is in these caves here.
Wait.
Alright, you wait here just in case I mess this part up. Yeah, I've had a couple deaths, a couple Ashley deaths, because I missed shooting the TNT. Then Ashley was too close to me and it blew up and killed her. I gotcha. Alright. So there's a boss fight up ahead, and then we're gonna make our way to the castle. There's a little mini horde that happens, and then that's it. We make it to the castle.
Welcome.
So not too much left. That's up to whether or not this boss is gonna let me beat him. Oh, gotta combine that first. See, look. See, his eyes are glowing this time, like, so it gives you the impression that he's infected. I'm gonna be a rich man. Look at that.
Thank you. What are you buying?
I hope you have some first aid spray on sale.
Is that all?
Good.
Is that all?
Well, but as many as you can give me, we're gonna need it.
Thank you.
So after we get into the castle is when we finally get access to newer powerful weapons and a bigger attaché case.
What are you buying?
But as of right now, we do have room for a TMP. But we also have room for a rocket launcher if it gets too tough. Which I feel like we've got the money. I'm kind of tempted to just buy a rocket launcher and just be done with, because there's two halves to the boss fight. And a rocket launcher will get you through one half. So I'm kind of tempted to just do that. Because this boss fight is kind of finicky. And I definitely don't have enough grenades for it. We've got the ammo. So let's buy the TMP.
Thank you.
We'll use the money we saved from not buying the rocket launcher to upgrade.
Is that all, stranger? Thank you. Thank you.
And in case things don't go the way we planned, we still have enough money to buy a rocket launcher. It's just gonna blow all of it away. Excuse me.
You better stay outside.
Ashley, go hide.
Yeah.
Like, this guy is just, this giant man is just good at that. Just being able to get behind him being able to get behind Leon without Leon ever knowing. It's kind of ridiculous. The game never explains how he's able to do that. They'll snap your neck if you miss that quick time event. It's a little gruesome.
Hasta luego.
And he does it with like one hand. Jeez, this guy's nasty. That was close. Tastes like centipedes, Cameron says. It looks like centipedes. It sounds like centipedes. So we can only assume. Just kind of doing a ring around the rosy strategy. That's the last of the TMP ammo. Second half. This one's much... It's not as easy because he's more agile now. Something's cooking outside. It smells good. Now I'm craving food a lot more. Yee. I saw a barrel. I think it was over here. If we can get him over here, we can use that barrel to our advantage. There you go. Yet another, well, not flawless. I took like one little hit. Learn to run and gun, Leon, you tard munch. That's a new one from you, Cameron. Haven't heard that one before. I actually don't mind in this game, for the type of game that it is, the survival horror that game that it is, I don't mind that you have to stand still to shoot, because it adds that tension that you gotta get yourself into a good spot to hunker down, and then line up your shots as your enemies just start slowly getting closer and closer to you. The tension builds up, especially if you're low on health or low on ammo. You can feel it.
Are you okay, Leon?
I'm alright. Thank you for asking. Nice and neat. Got nothing to buy or sell at the moment. About how much longer should this game take? We haven't even gotten to the halfway mark. This is only the first. We haven't even gotten through the first third. Once we reach the castle, we'll have reached the first third of the game. But the castle takes the longest amount of time because there's just so many chapters inside the castle. But we're going to get to the castle, and then that's where we're going to stop for this stream. Yeah, definitely not doing the full game today. It's a long one. Yeah, I was hoping this guy would get hit by that. Here they come.
Side of the bridge.
Yeah.
You take that one.
Okay.
Ready?
They weren't that far from the bridge. Get to see it. Mierda.
Come on.
Yeah.
Alright, should be a save. Yep, save point. And that is where we are going to end it for the day. So, there's going to be a change of plans, another change of plans, for next week, next Monday. We won't be streaming at all next Monday, because I will be gone. And with me gone, we can't, there's no one going to be here to operate the streaming. The president's daughter wants you, Leon. Why you do this? Enough of that. I've heard enough of that from you. I've already explained why he does the things he does. But anyway, there will not be any stream next week. But hopefully the week after we'll be back playing Final Fantasy 15. If Cameron's got another offset and he can't make it, then I'll solo stream again on Resident Evil 4. So, quick look at the calendar. August 12th. Monday, August 12th is the next martial arts stream. So we will hope to see you all there next time. Thank you, Mitesh Pendy, for chatting with us on YouTube. Thank you all the people on Twitch. Thank you, Cameron, for joining us in spirit. Hopefully we'll have you around next time. And, right. And, yeah. That'll be it. Goodbye. Bye.